Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Shane. I'm going to be talking to everybody about decoding Amazon ads today. If you are tuning in, drop your name, where you're from in the chat. It looks like we got a couple of people here already. Emily and Joe are here. Hey, from awesome Colorado. Yeah, I'm sure it's cold over there. Thanks for tuning in. Angela, our operations manager, is here with us in the chat. Later at the end, we're going to be giving away a couple free merch, book launchers merch. And then, hey, Kevin, hey, Joe. And then also we have some giveaways for the first person to comment on one of our YouTube videos today. Yeah, Angela's in Miami. I'm over here in Boise, Idaho. So it's also cold where I'm at as well. But cool. Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. We're gonna be talking about Amazon ads, kind of mainly for authors. So I've been running all of our Amazon ads for authors for the past 3+ years. Got a couple 100,000 ad dollars spent in revenue. And so I got a lot of experience with this stuff, and I'm going to kind of share with you a little bit, like kind of beginning to end, from beginner to even some expert tips toward the end, just to kind of either get you started wherever you are in the journey, if you're just starting out, or if you are, a seasoned vet. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to help the seasoned vets. Definitely, I would imagine that everyone's going to come out of here with some tips and with some actionable strategies to go ahead and do that. I don't have like an example account to show everybody, but I'll do my best in kind of explaining it with context here. So, hey, Jack, great to see you. Thanks for joining. Cool. So let's just start out with Angela, do you want to go ahead and do the giveaway from the YouTube video first? Or do you need
I am still prepping that. So I'm putting all the names in there. So give me a minute. And then we can do it unless it's like an awkward time to interrupt you. But yeah, I'm still prepping it. So give me a little bit longer.
No, you're totally fine. Yeah, go in the background. I can get started and give all these great people some Amazon ad tips. So again, yeah, if you're just joining, I've been running Amazon ads for all our authors for the past couple of years. Got a lot of experience with it, and I've done lots and lots of testing and kind of have learned a lot of things just trial by fire. So let's start with, what is the ideal Amazon ad campaign? And that's what people are going to be, I'll just get started here. Sorry, I'm fumbling on my words. But the ideal Amazon ad campaign is, regular sales are coming in. You're getting new exposure for your book every single month. You're spending less than what you're earning in sales, and your ACoS, which is advertising cost of sale, will be 50% or less. I'll explain that a little bit later if you don't know what ACoS is. But those are essentially the goals that you want to get from these Amazon ads. It's just getting that exposure, getting regular sales. And I hope that with some of the tips that I'm going to share with you today, you all can kind of work your way toward those goals. It is a continuous process. They're not really a set it and forget it thing. Like, you kind of have to be in there managing them, not too often, but enough so where you can kind of test with different strategies and optimize on the existing campaigns that you have running in your account. So first off, I'll start out with just all the beginner things. If you haven't started with your Amazon ads are a great way to just get more exposure on the platform. When you search anything on Amazon, there's those organic listings that appear in the search results page. There's like, there's rows of 4 that it's all just a bunch of products that you can click on. And then sometimes it's just one row, one column straight down of all of those. And then also inside of product pages, you can see carousels of other products that you can choose from. So it's all Amazon's way of, trying to recommend products that are relevant to you based on your previous buying patterns, based on, the advertisements that people run, and based on the things you search for, based on things that you're interested in, all that kind of thing. So Amazon ads basically put you in more of those places, in those carousels, in the search results pages at the top, in the middle, at the bottom, in their partner websites. It's kind of all over the place. So it's just a great way to get exposure for your book. And what you're paying for with the ads is not only just the placement of them, but you're also paying for the data that you get from running the ads. So, you can see how many impressions you got, how many eyeballs actually saw your book, how many people clicked on it into your product page, how many people bought it, what they searched for. These are all, great ways to see, who's buying your book and what that audience is, what they're searching for, kind of, and how to continually target them so that you can keep those sales going and keep the momentum going with your book. Because we all know, books can stall after they launch, or you have a month of like no sales whatsoever. You want to kind of revamp those, get those going again. Amazon ads are a great way to do that. So setting up campaigns, I would hope some of us in the audience have tried at least setting up a campaign before in Amazon ads. The best way to, I guess, get started would be, sorry, I'm just checking the chat here. Oh yeah. By the way, if you have any questions as I'm talking, drop it in the chat and I will get to them at the end of the presentation. So if you have any specific questions that you have about your Amazon ads, I'd be happy to dive in and help you there. So setting up a campaign, what I would recommend doing if you have multiple versions of your book, like a paperback, hardcover, ebook, they don't offer audiobook promotion at this moment, but I would recommend doing a campaign for each book individually. Don't do a campaign with all 4 versions of your book, or if you have a series of books, don't do one campaign with all of those books, in a series together. I would do one book at a time. That way you can kind of narrow in on which book performs better, which one, or what strategies you're implementing for each book to, generate the most amount of impressions, most amount of clicks, orders, all that kind of thing. And it just makes it easier to keep track of, just what works and what doesn't work specifically. So you can see which books sell better than the others. And you can do that by creating campaigns for each one, or you can separate them up into ad groups. And there's multiple ways to target on Amazon ads, right? Like it's, you pick targets to promote to. You don't pick okay, I want to promote to people in Colorado, in the Denver area that are males between 40 and 50 years old. It's not that specific like Google ads. It's really, you pick the country that you want to advertise in, and then you choose the targets that are relevant to that audience. So you pick competing ASINs, which is just, the best-selling books in that topic. You want to put those into your campaign. You would want to use keywords that people would frequently be searching for. You can try Amazon auto targeting, and you can also target by categories as well. My recommendation is to actually just put those each into their own ad groups specifically, one comp ASIN, one category, one auto campaign, one category targeting campaign or ad group. Just put those into their own little sections so that you can monitor specifically what's going on. So if you have one strategy with one type of book, you can monitor that a lot easier than if you have all the different versions of your book and all the strategies all at once. Then it's kind of hard to tell, okay, what's working and what's not. It's things just get a little fuzzy at that point. So divide and conquer, and do one thing at a time. And I'll get into optimizing and all that kind of stuff in a few minutes. So ACOS. ACOS is something that I mentioned at the very beginning of this. It's advertising cost of sale. It's literally just a percentage. It's like sales divided by spend divided by sales. And the idea is to get the ACOS percentage under 100% at a very minimum. That just means that if it's under 100%, you are earning more than what you're spending in sales. However, that only accounts for ad dollars spent. It doesn't account for, Amazon's cut and shipping and processing and delivering that book. So realistically, a really successful ACOS is going to be 50% or lower. So that's what you want to shoot for. If you have never ran Amazon ads before, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but if you go check out advertising.amazon.com, set up an account with your KDP login, all that good stuff, walk through the whole process of setting up, you'll be able to see that in the dashboard and kind of see what I'm talking about. And one thing about ACOS as well is, you could be running ads for quite a while, and you have a really high ACOS, but and it looks really bad. But but if you do a dive into your campaign, it may just be 1 or 2 keywords that's driving up that ACoS. You could have a really great campaign, but only 1 or 2 keywords are spending $50, $60 without a single order. And in that case, you would just want to shut those off or reduce those bids by at least 25% or more. So I'm going to go check out the chat too while I'm doing this. I feel like I don't want to be neglecting anybody's comments or questions here. Thank you all for hopping in.
I do have the names ready if you wanted to do that as well, Shane.
Yeah, of course. Go right ahead.
Okay. Let me share screen. And actually, yeah. Okay, so we are going to do, what we're going to do first is we're going to pick 2 names from this list. These are from people who commented on a video the day it was released. So let me get this to share screen. And this is going to be in the fancy chat GPT.
Nice.
And, where is it? There we go. Okay, so I know it's a little small for you guys, but I've asked it to pick a winner from this list. Let's see what it says. Darla, wow, it was fast. Darla, yay. I don't know if you're here today, Darla. But Darla, if you will please email me at team@booklaunchers.com. Let me know if there's a new item you would like. We do as well have those 2 books of Dale Roberts if you would like those. And actually, let me talk about what the prizes are. I forgot to mention that. We have Julie's books. We've got Self-Publish and Succeed, Self-Promote and Succeed. As I just mentioned, we have 2 of Dale Roberts' books. They are hardcover, special edition. They have 2, they've got gold lettering on the cover. They look really nice. And they are the first 2. The first one is for new authors into self-publishing, and the other one is an advanced book. Advanced self-publishing, I believe is what it's called, but they're the first 2 books of a series of 5 that he has. So those are another option. Of course, we always have our hashtag #NoBoringBooks mug, as well as our Oh So Soft journal. So Darla, you're our first winner. Please email me. Let's go ahead and do the second one. So please remove.
Yeah, Darla just commented. She said, "I'm here," and she
You're
won.
Here.
Congrats, Darla.
And Moneyless Makeovers, you are the second winner. So I do not recognize that handle. So please email me at team@booklaunchers.com. Let me know what prize choice you would like. I should mention, if you are outside of the US, the choices will be drawn down to the books, just because that's cheaper shipping for us, as well as cheaper shipping or receiving, I should say, for you. A lot of countries require there to be a duty fee for you guys as well. So Moneyless Makeovers, I will not only need your price choice and your mailing address, but I will also need your name. So please send that over to team@booklaunchers.com. And I will stop sharing this, Shane. We do have a couple questions that I starred.
Sure.
And we can get to them now, unless you want to hold off and do them in a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'll pop in. Let's see.
You want to do this first one?
Yeah, the first one's from Jack. I never heard of the term campaign, much less created one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you haven't been understanding what I'm rambling on about here with Amazon ads. So a campaign is just it's what you create inside of Amazon advertising. So you set it up. So a campaign is actually, this is I don't know why I'm having a tough time explaining this. It's a grouping of keywords, targets, competing ASINs that you want to use to promote your own book or your own product on Amazon. So it's just if you inside of Amazon advertising, you set up a campaign that promotes, like a marketing campaign. You're promoting your book all over the platform rather than just your organic listing. You post a product on Amazon, it will show up if people search for it. A campaign allows you to promote it to a group of people that would not have seen your book otherwise. What's the next one? From Linda. I write children's books, and it's very difficult because I don't know how to get my audience for children's books. How to get my audience for children's books, FR. For real?
No, I think it cut off. I don't think it's supposed to be for real. I think it cut off because the next message says for young children.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, Linda. I didn't see the second one. It's very difficult because you don't know how to get my audience for children's books. So this, Linda, Amazon ads would be a good option for you because you already have products listed on Amazon and you don't know how to get to your audience. Amazon ads is all about testing, and it's really just, it's getting your book, like I just said with Jack's question, it's getting your book in front of audiences that would not have seen it otherwise unless you were running the ads, because people aren't, unless it's like hyper relevant to, like, obviously you can optimize your product page. You can put your meta keyword descriptions on there. You can have a great book description. You can have a great title, SEO optimized, that, is relevant to your readers. However, that audience is going to be limited just because because there's a lot of people advertising their books on Amazon, especially for children's books, over your book. So they're getting more placements through running Amazon ads rather than just you getting the organic results. So I would recommend giving it a try. And, there's if you actually go in to sign up and set up a Amazon advertising account, there is a whole tutorial walkthrough of getting started and running your first ad. They have a great little academy there, Amazon Ads Academy, that will walk you through those steps. So I would get started on those. And yeah.
And then we have one more prize, just because Darla so kindly decided to give her prize, her option of being the prize winner, to another person. So let me reshare screen and then I'll hand the reins back over to you, Shane.
Yeah, no worries.
Now I have to find this one again. Okay. So let me go back over here and say, please remove moneyless makeovers. Whoopsies. So handy. Kevin Hall, you also just won as well on Saturday. Well, let me know if you want another one of the other prizes. Otherwise, I'll keep this open in case you want to give it away too. But okay, Shane, I'll let you take back over with what you're talking about. There we go.
Okay, thanks, Angela. Okay, so actually, before I continue, I think it'd be really great if everyone could just put in the chat if they have tried Amazon advertising before. Just give me a yes or a no in the chat, just so I can see if anybody has tried it before, because I don't want to get too deep in the technical things if nobody's actually ran them before. Otherwise, I can kind of cater it to more beginner things. So I want everybody to get the most value out of this. Okay, Piers Gold said no, tried Instagram but not Amazon. Efren's yes. Matthew Wilson, yes. Kevin Hall, no, not yet, but looking at it. Will launch my first campaign this Thursday. Would love advanced. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So it looks like we got a couple of yeses, a couple of no's. So a little mix of both. So, okay, I can kind of roll with this and kind of see what I can best give you guys some advice here. So the next part that I want to talk about is actually analyzing campaign performance. This is a really important thing, and it's kind of a tedious thing to do, especially if you are already running Amazon ads, and there's so many different things you can do, right? There's so many different avenues you could take. But my ultimate goal, ultimate message here is, pay attention to where your money is going. Are there keywords or targets that are generating lots of attention but no sales? Like, are you getting hundreds of thousands of impressions from one campaign but no orders? If you're getting lots of impressions and no clicks to your product page, that's telling you that, okay, people aren't finding, either you're not targeting the right audience or your book cover isn't, attracting enough people to click on your page, or the ad copy that you write for the Amazon ads is not converting well. So lots of impressions, no clicks. That's literally saying that, tons of people are seeing your ad, but nobody's clicking on it. So nobody's it's either not relevant to the people that you're targeting to. So I would switch up your audience, switch up the keywords that you're targeting with, the categories, the competing ASINs. Change that first, let that run for a week, see if that changes anything. If it doesn't, then I would look at the ad copy, then I would look at the cover of your book. Obviously, those are bigger changes, like a cover of your book. You can't change the title, but that's where I would start looking. If you have lots of clicks, lots of people getting to your product page, but nobody's actually ordering it, nobody's converting into a reader, that's telling me that your book description needs to be rewritten. You need a better hook line to entice people to actually make that purchase decision. Or because like people are getting to your product page and they're not making that buying decision. It could also come down to the reviews. It could come down to you need to add A+ content to further describe your book and how it helps people, or how your book is relevant to that audience. Maybe there's just lacking some information there. So those are some quick tips on like analyzing the campaign performance. So pay attention to those numbers. Where are you spending the most money, and is it actually reaping any benefits from it? Some routine optimizations too. I think somebody asked about Matthew, you wanted some like advanced stuff, and this might be good for you, Efren, and maybe Joe, if you got your notebook out. So when you get started on your first campaign this Thursday, some routine optimizations you should do when you're running these ad campaigns. Again, like before, I recommend running multiple campaigns, one for each of your book, so that you can monitor success. But here's like the routine things that I would do once a week. Might be a little bit much, but maybe once every 2 weeks at least. So any keywords targets, not campaigns, the specific keywords that are over $10 with no, like are spending over $10 with no orders. So that it probably got, 10 to 15 clicks and it didn't generate an order. I would cut that bid down like 25% because it's not generating really great results. It's spending money, not getting anything. And you want to make room for other keywords to promote to. And then another one is anything over 1,000 impressions and no clicks at all. So, it's being shown to at least 1,000 people and nobody's clicked on it. I'd probably just pause that keyword because it's just not relevant. 0 out of 1,000 is not a great number. So I would just remove that keyword, make room for other ones. I keep saying make room for other ones because if you have a campaign with 1,000 keywords in there, Amazon's really only going to target like 200 of those or like 150 of those, and you probably notice that too. If you have a campaign with 1,000 keywords, you'll notice that most of them don't get any impressions or any clicks. That's literally just because it only has enough room for like the select few, and it finds out which ones are working the best and pushes all of your ad spend toward those dollars or toward those targets. Another one, third routine optimization is anything over 100% ACoS. And again, I'm still at the keyword level, not the campaign or ad group level. I would cut down the bid 25% because you want to reduce that ad spend there. And keywords with no impressions, like whatsoever, nothing going on. Again, if you have one of those 1,000 keyword people, check the relevance of those keywords, if they're actually relevant to your book or to your audience, what they want to buy. And then I would increase the bids of those in like 10-cent increments until you actually do start getting some sort of results from it. So yeah, cool. Let's take a couple more questions here. I have an author's page. Is there a link I can find for this advertising on Amazon? Yeah, Linda, if you just go to advertising.amazon.com and there's just a button there. It says get started. It'll have you log in using all of your author page information. Use that same login. And it will walk you through actually getting to that dashboard. And there'll also be tutorials on that page too of like kind of how to get started. That's what I would recommend. Matthew, what is a large number of impressions to know whether people are clicking on it or not? I.e., 2,500, 5,000, a large number of impressions to know. Well, the impressions wouldn't tell you if people are clicking on it. That just tells you how many people have seen the ad. You need to see clicks, the clicks column, and see how many people are clicking out of those impressions. So if you're looking at one keyword that has 5,000 impressions, it's worth noting how many clicks that keyword also has. If you don't see that in your dashboard, you just adjust the columns there and add the clicks column so you can see that. But if you have 5,000 impressions for one keyword and it only has 1 or 2 clicks, I'd probably just pause that keyword. I mean, unless it has like an order, but it's not worth continuing to focus your ad on something that is showing to people, but nobody's clicking on it. So that's just kind of saying that. Yeah, if you're not getting clicks, I mean, so anything over like 1,000 impressions and no clicks, I generally just pause them and make room for, and I try something else. That's what I would do. Okay, cool. So let's keep on moving. So some common mistakes to avoid with Amazon ads are making too many edits at once. Yeah, you're welcome, Matthew. Happy to help. So making too many edits at once is probably a really big mistake that a lot of people make when they first get started. I recommend making optimizations once a week at the minimum. I would not be checking these ads every single day. I know it's hard to. I know you're spending your money on there, and you want to see that ROI coming in. You want to see book sales, and it's exciting when some come in, and then it's discouraging when you go multiple days without selling anything. So I would just avoid checking it daily and avoid making changes daily. Make a change, pause some keywords, add some keywords, or start a new campaign and let it run. Like take a back seat, let it run for a week or two. Don't do anything, and then analyze the data when it comes in. If you're getting lots of impressions and no clicks, then that's something you can change. Or if you're spending tons of money and no orders, then you can kind of take that information and understand, like, okay, if people are clicking on it and not buying it, that's the product page. If people are seeing the ad but not clicking on it, that's the ad itself. So I hope that makes sense. So that way you can kind of see what things need to be changed and what optimizations you need to make to your campaigns. Efren asks, this might be basic, but how can you see clicks versus purchases data? So this would be on your advertising dashboard. Sorry, I'm trying to explain this without a visual. I don't have like a test account that I can pull up here because I can't share the information inside the account, but you want to see the clicks versus purchases data. Is you just go to the Amazon ads dashboard, and then there's, you'll see a bunch of columns, right? You'll see the campaign name, you'll see your budget, you'll see the day it was started, all those kind of things. There's a little button right there that says columns. If you adjust that, you can click on impressions, you can click on sales, you can click on clicks, and it adds all of those columns to your dashboard so you can see them. So if you're looking for clicks versus purchases, it's not actually called purchases, it's called sales. So that's what you would want to add into your dashboard so you can check those out. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Some other like common mistakes to avoid, I'll just keep on running here, is ignoring keyword data and not optimizing bids weekly. Kind of went over that. Setting too broad targeting, leading to wasted ad spend. Yeah, like that's a good one to stop on is like if you just have a campaign that's just targeting books or children's books, is really broad. So you're probably going to be it may generate some sales, but typically it's going to be too broad to really get any sort of ROI from. It's best to be more specific so that when people are searching for something specific, your book shows up at the top. And Amazon, puts your book there, not just because you're the highest bidder. It's based off their algorithm. It's based off, whoever's searching's history of searches, the things that they bought in the past. If they find your book to be relevant, paired with what you're bidding for on your Amazon ads, that's kind of how you get that placement online. Reba Parker has got a question. If a campaign started pre-book sales or after your book up is both, if a campaign started pre-book sales or after your book is up or both, let's see, after your book is up. I would say, I think what you're asking is, do you want to start the campaign pre-sale or after the book is up? I would recommend starting your ads after your book is published, not during pre-sale, because during pre-sale and at launch, your book is going to get a boost from Amazon naturally, like organically rather is the word I'm looking for. Organically, because it's like a new book, you're going to be put on, newly released lists. You're going to be put just on multiple different places just promoting that your book is new. So you get that initial push organically from Amazon. So I would let that roll first, and then run your ads, a week or two after your book is published. Efren, have you found best-selling ASIN campaigns helpful? Yeah, absolutely. If you do the proper research to find the right ones that are really specific to your book. So a great way to find competing ASINs or competing competition ASINs is by looking up the best sellers in your book's category, obviously, and then looking at like the frequently bought together books. Those are all great ASINs to add to your campaign. New and up and coming books will be great ones to add in there because those ones are getting a lot of sales. Because you want to just show up in those product pages. And yeah, most of the sales that I see come through on Amazon ads is actually from product pages rather than the search results pages, because people click on a book, they search for something and then they click on that book or product and they're actually in that product page. They maybe clicked on that because the cover was enticing, or maybe they've heard of the book before, but as you scroll down, there's all those carousels of ads, saying, 4 stars and above, or books that are like this, or recommended, just Amazon trying to sell you more things. But those are all advertisements. Your book may be way more relevant than the one that they actually originally clicked on. So as they're, scrolling down, making that buying decision, that's where a lot of the sales come from. And in my 3 years of running them, that's where most of the sales actually happen. Joe asked, best-selling ASIN, what is that? So ASIN is just the number that Amazon associates with all of their products. It's literally just think of it as a product number. So every single book has a product number. It's just called an ASIN. So when I'm saying target by best-selling ASINs is when you're creating your campaigns, you can target keywords, you can target categories, you can target other books, and those books are associated with ASIN. So if you actually put the ASIN number into your campaign, you're therefore targeting that book. Hopefully I didn't lose you there. That was essentially all the kind of areas, the basic areas of how to optimize your ads, how to kind of get started, that kind of thing. Anybody have any questions? Any more questions?
I think that's it for now. So while people are putting in some other questions they might have, we do have giveaways for today's participants. So if you have not commented, today or right now is the moment to comment, because this giveaway tool that I will be using does go off of people who have commented. So if you're just sitting here lurking, it won't work. You have to have commented. So let me go ahead and I will pull a winner from this. And then, yeah, any other questions that you have, feel free to put those into the chat. Okay, so let us draw from the people who have commented today. And if you already won, and let's see if you already won, Joe Weaver, you didn't win earlier. Yay. So that's awesome, Joe. So yeah, Joe, feel free to email me at team@booklaunchers.com with your prize choice. And I will, of course, need your address. Let's do another one. Let's do one more. And we'll see who this person is. Kevin Hall. Oh, and I forgot, Kevin, actually, you were meant to win today, Kevin, because that's from both things. So let me go ahead and draw again for this. And then I actually have the chat GPT still up because you had asked for me to pick another winner from that too, which is very kind of you. So you were double winner and you're double sharing the love today. So let's do this one again. And then I will pull chat GPT back over here. And we'll pull that. Pure is gold. Yay. I don't think you have won before, unless I'm just not recognizing your handle. So please email me at team@booklaunchers.com. Let me know what you would like. And let me stop sharing this screen. I'll go back to chat GPT, and then we will get this last prize winner. Oh, and we do have a question that came in, so that's perfect. So, okay, here is chatty. Let us see who it chooses. Barbara Todd? Barb Todd? Yay. I am not sure I recognize that name, so that's fantastic. So yes, please email me at team@booklaunchers.com. Barb, you were one of the people who had commented on a video the day it was released. So that does mean that your name was entered and clearly you won. So thank you very much for commenting on a video the day it was released. And I saw that Joe had asked what the prize options are. So prize options, let me just stop sharing screen. Prize options are, we have multiple different books that you can choose from. We've got 2 of Julie's books, Self-Publish and Succeed, Self-Promote and Succeed. We've also got 2 of Dale Roberts' books. They are the first 2 books of a series of 5 books that he has. The first one is regarding new authors in self-publishing, and then the other one is an advanced book for self-publishing authors. We also have a mug. It is our Oh So Soft, or I'm sorry, our hashtag No Boring Books mug, and then our Oh So Soft journal. Yeah, I know. It's the end of the day. You know, it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
My coffee was many hours ago. But yes, those are what the prizes are. So let me know what you would like, and if you are outside of the U.S., please choose from one of the books. Okay, and then there was this other question that came in, Shane. So I'll post it up here for you.
Thank you. Create a bunch of campaigns. Now I need to update the negative targeting. Do I have to go into each campaign, or is there a better way to set up campaigns and sets to make it easy? At this point, yeah, you're going to have to go into each campaign to update those negative targeting. There's no global way to do them all at once, unfortunately. But I'd say, like, if for future reference, if you have any of those campaigns that aren't performing, shut them off. And an easier way to do it is do a campaign with multiple ad groups inside of that campaign. So if you do like a standard campaign, custom text, it doesn't allow you to do it, but a standard campaign, yes, you can do a campaign for each book, for each strategy, for each comp, ASIN, keywords, categories, all the different types of targeting you want to do, different groups of keywords, all that kind of thing. So at least when you need to go update those negative keyword targeting again, you can just do it in that one mega campaign with all those ad groups and have all of that happen all at once. Okay, cool. Efren, I forgot what you recommended for dynamic bids, up, down, fixed. For this, I would recommend doing down only, just because to start out with, because dynamic bids up, down, Amazon does say that, that it has a little recommendations saying like you're typically going to get more sales doing up, down. But if you do down only, that limits your spend. So if you're being conscious of what you're spending, I would it only adjusts those bids down rather than up and down. Yeah. There you go. Efren said, I was hoping you would say that. Matthew says, is negative targeting set at the campaign level then? Yes, negative targeting is set at the campaign level. So if you have ad groups inside of that campaign, it applies to all of those. You don't have to do negative targeting for each individual ad group. For keyword campaigns, should I select all 3, exact, phrase, or broad, or which? I would say in the beginning, you can test with all 3. Actually, no, I'd probably say start with broad first. Like if you're just experimenting with new keywords, especially shorter keywords, I would do broad. But if you have if you have search terms that have generated sales for you in the past, I would set those as exact. But if you're just starting a brand new campaign and you're testing, I would just test with all 3 and see which one works best, because the same keyword targeted 3 different times in 3 different ways may generate some results for you that you wouldn't have generated otherwise. So I would give it a try. Laura said, seen several videos on Amazon ad campaigns, but sometimes they need to see things in writing. Is there a resource out there specifically for ad campaigns on Amazon in writing? Let's see. I know there's a guy out there, James Blatch. I've been getting his email newsletters. He sends out newsletters pretty often about Amazon ad strategies and has a lot of things on his website and his blog, newsletter, that kind of thing. I would check him out. James Blatch. And I'd probably give him a follow or maybe even subscribe to his newsletter so you can get those. That might help you out, Laura. Cool. Any other questions?
Nope, that's it. I was just going to look up James Blatch real quick just to see if I could pull a URL for people. And it looks like, is he an author too?
Yes.
I was going to say, because there is an author who writes about Cold War thrillers. I think this is it. Hopefully so, because I'm posting it in the chat. So that's James Blatch, you guys. And then we did have the other one as well. I know you said you wanted it written that I had posted before, but I'll post it again, Laura. And it was advertising.amazon.com. And that was one that Shane had mentioned earlier. And you do have another question that just popped in, Shane.
Okay. I'm looking up James Blatch, Amazon advertising. See if
that might have been a better link to pull.
Here we go, because that might be a different James Blatch.
It might be. We'll have to see. If so, I'll have to like remove my comment. Let's see.
Okay. How long does a campaign usually last? The campaigns that I run don't have an end date. You can just pause them at any time. So that's kind of the beauty of those. You don't really have to set an end time, just because at any point you can just shut them off. So it's however long you want. Any names like James Blatch that focus more on nonfiction or business books? Well, I mean, the books that Angela's given away, Dale Roberts, he's probably got some great resources on Amazon ads as well. He's got amazing things on Amazon self-publishing, all that kind of thing. Do we know his website, Dale Roberts?
I think it's selfpublishingwithdale.com. You could also go to his Amazon page. He's got lots and lots of books that he has published. Yeah, and one of them is about Amazon. Let's see, Dale Roberts.
Oh, I have a great one actually that I can share. This is one of the courses that I took actually at my in the very beginning of my Amazon ads journey. I'm going to put it in there in the chat right now. So selfpublishingformula.com. They have a bunch of online courses that will, if you go to their courses page and go to marketing, this guy's name is Mark Dawson, and he has advertising for authors. He has AI marketing. He's got how to make money for translations. He's got a bunch of courses on there, but I actually took his course a couple of years ago, and it was really eye-opening. It was very in-depth, so it could be worth the investment there if you're really looking to put a bunch of money into Amazon ads. So Matthew, Reba, Laura, hopefully that helps out a lot. I would actually scratch James Blatch and do the selfpublishingformula.com. Brian Cohen is another name as well. Yeah, he's pretty prevalent in the Amazon ad space.
I did remove that comment just so it doesn't confuse people if they Google that and see an author.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion.
Sorry for the confusion, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, check that out. Yeah, that's. Sorry, I don't have a ton of things on deck for you guys, but hopefully that will at least get you started. And Amazon does have tutorials on their website as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So cool. If there are no more questions, I'll call it and let everybody enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everyone for being here. See you in 2 weeks.
Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. See ya.